Go.
Where are we going? Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Miss Paoletti and this is my magic box. I'm going to show you today how the magic box is a lot like science. We can control what we put into the box and we can see what comes out of the box, but we don't always know what's happening inside. The only way we can do that is to repeat our experiment over and over and over until we get the same or consistent results. So, as you can see on your paper, you need to write down some observations for your box. I want you to write down things that you can see with your senses, so sight, smell, hear, taste, what did I miss? Touch. Mostly you're going to be looking at things that you can see. So you can write down some observations like the box is silver and gold, it has a funnel on the top, it has a spout on the bottom, and if I turn it around, you can see that I don't have any way to get into the box because it's got a lock over here. So while we're using the magic box, I'm not going to be opening it at all. Okay, so go ahead and take a second, write down a couple observations on your paper that you can make about the magic box. While you're doing that, I'm going to fill up a beaker with water. Now, if you were here, I'd let you choose how much water, but you're not. So I'm going to pick to start with 200 milliliters. I'm going to be pouring this 200 milliliters of water into the top of our magic box. I want you to form a hypothesis on your paper about what's going to happen. Hypotheses need to be written in an if, then, because statement. So, for example, I could write, if I pour this water into the top of the magic box, then water will come out the bottom of the magic box because there is a funnel on either side. See how I use if, then, and because? So you can either take my hypothesis, write it down on your paper, or make up one of your own. You just want to write if, then what's going to happen if I pour this 200 milliliters of water in the top, then tell me what you think will happen. Water will come out the bottom. It's what I think will happen because there's a funnel on both sides. All right, here we go. Now, as scientists, you need to be really careful and write down every single step of your experiment. So right now, you should write step number 1. Add 200 milliliters of water to the top funnel. Make sure you get that written down on your paper and let's see what happens. I can hear something coming out. So far my hypothesis is looking pretty good. Okay, I'm going to let that drain out all the way and I'm going to look at this beaker to see how much liquid I got. I got 200 milliliters, which is the exact same amount that we put in. So you want to make a note of that on your paper that we put in 200 milliliters and we got out 200 milliliters. Let's try something different this time. We're going to add more water. So this time I filled up my beaker with 300 milliliters of water. Write that down on your paper. Step number 3, add 300 milliliters of water to the top of the box. Uh-oh, something looks different. My hypothesis seems a little bit more confusing now because I put water in the top and I don't know if it's water I got out the bottom. I have 500 milliliters in here, so that means that all of my liquid came out, but what's different now? It's blue. So, we tried a certain amount of milliliters, okay, then we tried more. Maybe we need to try less this time and see if that makes a difference. So what do you guys think? 50, 100? I'm going to go with 100. Okay, so this is the next thing you need to write down. After you wrote down that the water came out blue, you need to write down that we are now putting in 100 milliliters of water. Okay, take a second, write that on your paper. You can see right there that it is 100 milliliters. All right, let's see what happens when we add less water. Well, that's weird, nothing came out at all. Now my hypothesis is getting even more confusing. I may have to adjust it. Let's keep adding water and see what happens. I'm gonna go big this time, 300 milliliters. Anything yet? Nope. Still adding. And nothing's coming out. Well, that doesn't match my hypothesis at all. Maybe we should add even more. So, you need to write down that we added 300 milliliters of water and we literally had a drop come out. Well, more didn't work. Let's try less this time. I'm only going to add 15 milliliters. Still just the drop. Okay, now I want you to turn over your paper on the back side and draw the magic box. So take up most of your paper, draw a box, draw a funnel on top, and a funnel on the bottom. And then I want you to draw for me what you think is on the inside of this box. How is it working? What do we have in there that makes it magic? Okay, once you've got that done, you're good to go. Thanks for watching the Magic Box.